Welcome to Hollywood. Prepare to attack.
How y'all doing?
We're all soldiers now.
All systems checked. Combat mode.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
我が心明鏡止水 Honor and glory. Here. Greetings. Understood.
Greetings. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
My retire is charging.
Anyone need some healing?
Securing the objective.
I'm not a young man anymore.
Oh, let's break it! Damn!
I've got you in my sights. Join me if you will.
Oh, turn it up!
I'm taking the jam. Get over here.
Turret on me.
Capture. Escort the payload.
This is my jam! I am loving this!
In my day, we'd have this payload delivered already. Barrier activated. Team, heal up here.
Oh, let's break it! Damn!
不许走！
Everyone, heal up.
I'm on the payload and moving up.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Oh, this is my jam.
Form up on the payload. Move it out!
How long is this gonna take? May as well have tires on this thing.
Now one of these Sniper! Get your head down or lose it!
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
I've got you in my sights. Knock me down and I'll keep getting back up.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Get over here,
Victory. Play of the game. Epic.
Thank you, thank you.
talked about Donald Trump, who she said will be divisive, and talked about his vice presidential nominee, which she said would also be divisive because of the views he has on social issues. She was very, very strong on Donald Trump and reservations she had, and said he may be, a very dangerous nominee. So it's a wide-ranging conversation, not just about Trump and all that she said, which you will see tonight on our primetime program, and also the full hour on my program on PBS at 11. It's probably the most wide-ranging interview she's had.
We're looking forward to that, Charlie. And did you find it, and I think a lot of people find it unusual, that Hillary Clinton has a series of campaign events scheduled this week? She was at, as you pointed out, presenting a speech at NAACP today.
Right.
This is generally the candidates on the other side take a break from campaigning when their respective conventions are happening. Did you ask her about that?
I took note of the fact that she was here at the NAACP. The Republican convention starts really tonight, as you know. This is an interview that we did before the convention started, because I came here to talk to her without any sense of the Republican convention or the Democratic convention. I chose to come here. We originally planned to do this last week after her speech in Springfield, where she talked about the House divided. But
it is about humanizing the candidates, and it's also, if you look at Michelle Obama's speech, for instance, she sort of acknowledged, she had this line in her speech that, when I met him, he was a guy with a funny name, and he was in Hawaii, but he had the same kind of values that my family had as well. And she was in some ways the translator of Barack Obama to the general public.
Michael, you commented, that's one of the things I talked to Paul Manafort last night, who was saying essentially that, and that every night, that's what they want to get out of this. And by the end, they want to show what Paul Manafort was saying was sort of the side of Donald Trump the public hasn't seen in these primary battles, which is the person in the boardroom, the person in private meetings, the person with his family. We're going to be hearing from pretty much every member of his family, every one of his kids.
I thought that Governor Romney had a beautiful family. They all spoke well. I remember those handsome sons. I also remember the testimonials from folks who were Latter-day Saints, and they didn't play those cards. In fact, I even make it sound cheap when I say it that way, but they were very careful in how much of that they showed, and in retrospect, it was probably a mistake. I thought that the best moment that Donald Trump had in the entire primary process was the CNN town hall, where he brought his whole family, and he said very little. It'll be interesting to see if he can say very little tonight, but I think he's right to play that card.
We're going to take a quick break. We've got a lot more to talk about as we await Donald Trump's arrival and Melania Trump's moment on the stage tonight. We'll be right back.
Charlie, we thank you so much. We're really looking forward to that interview with Secretary Clinton. Thank you so much, Charlie. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Brad. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, for now, let's get over to Rena Ninen in New York with some of the day's top stories. Rena.
Thank you, Vlad.
A run with wolves.
At least 4 people have been injured by a man wielding an axe-like weapon on a train. It happened in the centered German city of Würzburg. The attacker was then shot dead by police. His motive remains unknown. President Obama has ordered the flags at the White House to half staff to honor the 3 police officers killed Sunday in an ambush in Baton Rouge. It's the 3rd time he's lowered the flags this month after the attacks in Dallas and in Nice, France. Meanwhile, we're learning new details from investigators about the ambush. 3 police officers were killed and 3 other cops were injured. The gunman has been identified as Gavin Long, a former Marine from Kansas City, Missouri. A SWAT team officer eventually shot and killed him. Earlier, we heard from the Baton Rouge police chief, who got emotional while describing how proud he was of his fallen officers. He also defended his department's use of military-type tactics.
Just tell you how proud I am of our department, our training staff, our instructors, our SWAT team. They did exactly how they were trained, without hesitation.
When you bundle home and auto insurance through Progressive,
but with courage,
you get more than just a big discount.
I'm going to need you to leave.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower. Prepare to attack.
We're all soldiers now.
Ready for combat operations.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Team, heal up here.
The objective is now.
Taking the objective. Join me. Knock me down and I'll keep getting back up. My turret!
Our point is under attack. Let us welcome our guests.
No rest for the weary.
Justice reigns from above.
Knock me down and I'll keep getting back up. Damn it.
Tracer here.
I've got you in my sights.
Experience tranquility.
Join me in glory!
Reigns from above.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
I have big plans for you.
The objective is now
Coming through.
I've taken the objective. Get over here.
Holy shit, this team is shit.
Taking the objective. Get over here.
You hear that?
Junkrat primed and ready.
defeat. Play of the game.
Justice!
this motion had passed and we had to do a roll call, we'd be 3 hours into a roll call that is absolutely meaningless.
Right. But it would be, that's exactly right, but 3 hours of coverage in which, as the vote's going on, all of us
would be ending the roll call at 7:30 tonight.
Right, and that throws the schedule off, but it also gives 3 hours of conversation about, well, how much are people against Donald Trump? And then somebody
and it puts that number on the list.
Exactly.
John, while I have you here, because this is, I know you've probably been working night and day, but I want to ask you what you thought of Governor Pence and Donald Trump's interview yesterday with Leslie Stahl in 60 Minutes.
Well, it seemed to me to be, it was clear that, and we hear behind us more chanting, I think, calling for the we want to vote.
We want to vote, right?
It's interesting, just as an aside before I answer your question, the we want to vote chant gets drowned out by USA, which is what happens at Trump rallies. So as if to suggest those who want to vote are perhaps on the other side of the, right, exactly. So anyway, as we watch this drama play out, and really, it is all over, but the shouting.
Right, it is. The shouting continues.
Yes, the shouting continues, but everything else is largely over. But it was an interesting interview. It's clear these two men don't know each other terribly well. That one of the talking points for Governor Pence was to say that Donald Trump is a good man. He said that many times. It's part of the theme of this convention, that if they can attest to his internal character, that they feel like that can elevate him to the presidential class. And if they can do that, Paul Manafort believes that's all they have to do. He's a change candidate as long as he's acceptable and people think he won't, blow the job once he's in it, that they think that's all the hurdle they have to get past. It was interesting to watch Pence try to anticipate the dance moves. Rick knows this so well. When you've been a lifelong conservative and Republican, you can anticipate where your fellow conservative or Republican's going to go. Free enterprise, free markets, liberty. The song sheet is one you're familiar with, but Donald Trump has his own song sheet. And so you saw the complexity of trying to be in tandem with Donald Trump, and then Donald Trump finishing some of his answers for him. And that'll be something we'll see a lot of as the campaign goes on, as they try to get in sync.
And we know that he is going to introduce his wife, Melania Trump, today. All eyes are going to be on that speech. There are some people that have said, look, if the speech is about Melania and his relationship with her, his relationship with their son, that's going to be a feather in his cap, something that people will be able to relate to. But then with Trump, you never know.
Well, yeah, you never know. Clearly, I mean, the message of this campaign is that Donald Trump is presidential, and they're going to try and do that by talking about the family. The question is whether everything that people see at the convention is able to shift the balances from the things that have been said by Republicans about Trump's fitness for office. If he's a great dad, what does that have to do with his fitness for office? They'll have to make that case. And so that's really what to watch for. But Melania Trump is the beginning of that attempt to try and make that case.
And we know that Hillary Clinton is on the campaign trail this week. She is sort of picking a new line of attack on Trump. She's now calling him unqualified to be president of the United States. What do you make of that new line?
Well, that's what Paul Manafort was talking about. She's trying to disqualify Trump. He said this morning that really Hillary Clinton doesn't matter to the election because it's really about Donald Trump. He's either qualified and qualified's not the right word. He's either temperamentally fit for the job or not. And she's trying to basically say he's temperamentally unfit, which takes it away from the area of issues, takes it away from everything, and just makes you focus on the man alone at the moment of decision. Does he have the temperament for the job? And that's the main wrestling point at the moment.
And could something like this stick, Rick? Do you think that what Secretary Clinton is trying to do right now, is that something that people are going to respond to?
It's interesting because this is a very divided electorate, right? And so, if you're for Hillary Clinton today, you don't need that argument. And if you're for Donald Trump, you don't care about that argument. So it's really a group of people, and ironically, it's the group of people who don't like either one of them, because that's basically what's left. And so she's going to try and convince them outside the issue set that he's just not the kind of guy you want in that White House. And of course, this whole convention is dedicated to disproving that pitch. So it'll be interesting to see whether whether or not Trump can get a little bump out of this convention. It's certainly needed for his campaign and its efforts, on a national basis. But she's going to do everything she can this week to interrupt that.
All right, Rick Davis, former campaign manager for John McCain and the CBSN political contributor, thank you very much. And John Dickerson, host and moderator of Face the Nation. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
CBSN. CBS plus N as in news.
And we're following a developing story at this hour.
Or N as in right now. Or newest video.
You can see the security.
Or network of global reporters. Or never worrying about credibility or trust. CBSN. Online, on your connected TV, or any mobile device. Anywhere, anytime. CBSN. CBS News. Always on.
Hello again, I'm Rena Ninen in New York with some of the latest stories that we are also following here. The investigation continues into yesterday's deadly shooting in Baton Rouge, which left three police officers dead and 3 others wounded. The focus now is on how shooter Gavin Long got his guns and what he did in the days leading up to the crime. Long had traveled to Baton Rouge from Kansas City. The 3 officers wounded in the attack remain hospitalized today. Memorials continue today for the 8 victims of Thursday's deadly attack in Nice, France.
Now entering King's Row. Prepare to attack.
We're all soldiers now. Aren't you supposed to be dead?
Didn't take.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Remember your training, and we'll get through this just fine.
Ich bin da. I'm taking care of you.
Think you can keep up with me?
Thanks.
Hi.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Good choice. Not dead yet. I've got you in my sights.
Огонь по готовности!
The war goes on.
Justice reigns from above!
Game on!
The objective is mine.
Mission ain't over yet.
Drop the key.
Good choice. Sniper! objective.
I'm taking the objective. Anyone else want some?
Огонь! Готовности!
Get out of my way, I'll run you out.
Escort.
You don't want to go to war with me.
Enemy turret ahead. Watch yourself.
Payload secure.
Enemy turret ahead. Watch yourself.
Back in my day, we have this payload delivered already. My turret! Strike!
The payload has reached the
Payload secure. Move out.
Start your engine.
Not gonna bother us anymore.
The war goes on.
New
Heroes
objective. Get the payload moving. Game on.
The war goes on.
What? The game was lost. Everyone
I've got you in my sights.
just blew up.
Mission ain't over yet.
The payload is approaching its destination.
never die.
We all have it coming. Enemy turret destroyed. Fields down.
Enemy turret just blew.
Mission ain't over yet. That payload's not going to deliver itself. Move it! I've got you in my sights.
60 seconds.
No rest for the weary.
Heroes never die.
Mecha activated. New objective. Get the payload moving.
Only gets better with age. Payload. Move it out.
30 seconds.
We're out of time. Attack.
Mission ain't over yet.
Defeat. Play of the game.
Огонь по готовности!